last year we've been in a cosmic walk just over here, which tells our creation story, which which we didn't have. I suppose Thomas Berry, a famous geologian, he used to say that Western culture is without a story, which is kind of an extraordinary thing in the sense that it's very hard to understand what it is we're part of if we don't have a story to guide us or to direct us. So, but now maybe for the first time in the last 20 years of that, a story has emerged which gives us a comprehensive picture of what it is we are, who we are within the family of creation, if you like, or the web of life. So that story is there now, and we use that, and it's shedding new light really on what it is we're part of.
It's fascinating, isn't it, that we have here a story going back the aeons, really, and yet our more recent story is equally as fascinating, and how this whole acreage here really was earmarked for a dump or a wasteland for the Irish sugar factory, that flagship industry of the 1930s that spoke to us about our new independent state. And yet when it closed down 20 or 30 years ago, there was despair, I suppose, throughout the whole community and the locality. And this little gem of a wetland was part of their property portfolio. And I suppose it did take a special group of people, didn't it, to see it for what it was.
I think so.
You know, an area that had been untouched to a great extent by human hand.
Yeah.
You know, through the generations.
Yeah.
And then, of course, to go and fundraise and buy it.
Yeah.
And since then, we've just kept developing it, and it's more developing the message, really, isn't it, Michael?
Absolutely.
Because we don't touch it really well.
No.
We would be very disappointed with ourselves if we changed it, I suppose, in any way. But it's just to get the message across that here is a haven of Irish nature. Here is a part of the Irish landscape that has been, you know, untouched by agricultural progress, economic progress, and it's in then of course the richness of the plant life and the animal life and the insect life where we see all that. So it has been that aspect. That's another part of the wonderful story that is Cabragh Wetlands.